Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, today we're going to teach you how to change your valve on your Walther PPK BB gun. We're not going to take the whole gun apart into little bits and pieces, just show you how to change the valve, because you really don't need to take this thing down into little tiny bits and pieces. So you're going to need a couple blocks of wood, flat bladed screwdriver, something to use for a punch, and a small hammer of some sort. So first thing you're going to do is take out the grips and the clip. Now they've made a change to this gun over the years, and one of the changes they've made is they've put a locking pin in on the trigger guard, so you can't just pull this down and pop your slide off whenever you want type of thing. So they've made that as a change on this gun, and no big deal there. So, and it's got to come out from the right hand side. So, a little tap, that comes out. Pull down on the trigger guard, pull all the way back on the slide, kick it up, let it go forward. Now, the spring only goes on one direction, the fat end to the front. You don't want to put it the other way, or you can cause slide jam up. You can also damage your spring. And that sometimes, your safety sometimes falls off. Get this little guy out of the way. It's got a spring on it that's not going to come off, so don't worry, you're not going to lose any springs there. Flip it back over on the right hand side, and you're going to pull out your trigger mechanism. That'll just wiggle out. And then you've got two pins to pop out. One there. One there. Pop these pins, and then pull out your valve. And then you can pop in your new valve. So, pretty simple, pretty easy to do. So reassembly is pretty simple. Put your valve back in place. Make sure the holes line up. Pin 1. Pin number 2. Just a little tap is all they need. Make sure they're flat. Trigger mechanism goes back in. Next is going to be your safety. Now this is spring loaded, so you want to make sure that the one part of the spring kicks back to here, and that your other part of your front end of your spring is underneath on the little tooth there. Then leave that in fire mode. Ensure that your safety's working. There we go. And don't torque down on these screws really tight. You don't need to. So make sure the gun is cocked. This spring folds right on the inside here. Just like that. That'll catch it underneath there. Hold it down with your one finger. Put your slide spring back on. Now this should stay in place now, so you hold your slide spring back. Put your finger over the front of the muzzle of the slide. There we go. Pull back on your trigger guard and then refit the slide back in. Ensure your slide is working. And we're all good to go there. So now we can put the slide lock pin back in. One little tap there. We're all good. Left side grip on, magazine in. Your slide should lock because there's no ammo in the mag. And that is how you change your valve on the Walther PPK BB gun. And it's going to be the same way for this one as well as the PPK S. They're the exact same gun. The only difference is the S is for the silver slide or nickel slide. And away you go. So pretty simple, pretty easy, guys. You really don't need to tear this down into little tiny bits and pieces, you know, unless you're going to be doing like a full 100% clean out, or you're changing your hammer spring. There's other pieces that have to come out in order to do that, etc. And we're not getting into that in this video at this particular time, because the chances of you ever needing to replace the hammer spring in this is pretty darn slim. So I wouldn't worry about that, but the valves at times do go in these guns and need to be changed, and that is how you change the valve in this particular gun. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.